Okay, first of all, part of my own motivation is the fact that I enjoy water treating. I've always enjoyed water treating. I've been doing water treating in my professional life, in my career, probably about 20, 25 years by now. 5 years in the water treating for pulp and paper industry, and then about 21 years at Shell. First few years I did flow assurance, process engineering, those, and thermodynamics, those sorts of things. But after a while I migrated over to water treating, and I enjoyed doing it. Part of the reason I teach the courses for my own professional development, I sometimes get quite a bit of feedback and useful information from the people in the course. A lot of times people come in with specialized knowledge, they want to have a broader exposure, but they're willing to share what they know about water treatment, and that's always fun for the rest of the class. It's fun for me as well.
Yeah. And so as far as if you had to say a couple of things you want to make sure that the attendees leave with, what are some of those things?
Yeah, well, okay, so today we're talking, this is part of a 2-day course, and so about 1/4, almost half of the course is devoted to hydraulic fracturing, water treating. And one of the points that I want to make about that subject is that it's significantly different from most other water treating, produced water treating in the industry. It's more of an industrial water treatment technology, so we have to borrow analogs, we have to borrow technology from outside oil and gas. That's what's happening.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about how long you've been a member of SPE and how being a member has impacted your career.
Well, actually, I have joined SPE, and then I let my membership lapse, and then I joined again, and so on like that, probably for about 10 years now. But starting in about 2006, I started volunteering on a regular basis to help organize workshops, help to host various events, and I found that by volunteering, I was able to get into those events for free. And I don't know if I should say that in this sort of interview video thing, but anyway, that's how I got into these various workshops for free for several years. And then by volunteering so much, then I met a lot of really great people in the industry, developed my networks and contacts, and then I was selected for other committees and events and so on, and so the whole thing just kept growing to the point where being an SPE member and volunteer in a lot of events is a fairly big part, 10 or 15% of my professional my professional life.
Wow. And finally, John, you've been very involved with the launch and development of the Oil and Gas Facilities magazine.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about why that magazine is so important.
Sure, but before I talk about that, and it is a really exciting development, I should mention that the launch of this new magazine was the inspiration and hard work of many, many people. I don't want to list all the names because I'm sure I'm going to forget somebody if I try to do that. But there are many SPE staff who shared in the vision at the very inception, at the very early days. Some industry volunteers and leaders. Maybe 3 or 4 people I would like to point out. Ken Arnold, obviously, one of the godfathers of the project facilities and construction discipline within SPE. Paul Jones, who was the technical director before me, and then some of the SPE staff like George Ann, Shasta Stevenson, John Donnelly, and then the writers, of course, Pam Boshi, and so on. A fantastic group of people to work with. And it really is a very high-quality publication. And I get emails on a regular basis asking for different articles on different subjects, telling me that they like articles that other people have written in the magazine. So it's really been a very fun adventure.
Now, why should PFC professionals pick up that magazine?
Well, there was a time not too long ago when our discipline was dominated by conservative approaches to traditional problems. But that's no longer the case. These days, facilities are being built for Arctic conditions. They're being built for high concentrations of carbon dioxide or hydrogen sulfide, being built and developed for heavy hydrocarbons, steam flooding, polymer flooding, remote locations, long subsea tiebacks, subsea separation, and the list goes on and on and on. And in order to be effective as a professional in our discipline, in our industry, you got to know what's going on. And it's not just a matter of the technical information, it's a matter of knowing who to go for, who to go to get first-hand insight. And so that's what our magazine does. It tries to tell people what's going on, who's doing what technologies are being used, and how to solve problems in these new challenges that are coming up in the discipline.
Thank you, John.
Okay.